Hello everybody, Jim here and welcome to my review of Leviathan Dawn number 1. Leviathan Dawn number 1 is written by Brian Michael Bendis with art by Alex Maleev and is coming out of their event Leviathan mini-series that I refuse to call an event even though it's in the title. In that mini, Leviathan took down all of the secret spy organizations of the DCU, revealed himself to be former Manhunter Mark Shaw, and then was defeated, and snuck away to his secret island base that everyone knows about, especially because it's called Leviathan Island. So, are we going to get some answers to the many questions not dealt with in Event Leviathan here? Not really. The issue is just a setup to the upcoming Checkmate book that reads like a terrible version of Ocean's 11. That's Ocean's 12. As a mystery man named Kingsley Jacobs gathers his team. Bendis continues to assume that we all think that Leviathan is a great villain and that he actually came out on top of the end of Event Leviathan. Because of that, we don't deal with him as much as the characters that Bendis wants to force into his upcoming Checkmate book, starting with Kingsley Jacobs. Don't worry if the name doesn't ring a bell because nobody knows who he is, including our heroes. Of course, though, since it's Checkmate, the leader has to have King in his name. I guess Stephen King was not available. To form his new Checkmate, Kingsley rescues Steve Trevor from a government prison, Mr. Bones from Arkham Asylum, Talia al Ghul from Iron Heights, as well as recruiting Lois Lane, Green Arrow, The Question, and Kate Spencer, the current Manhunter who is hanging with Damian Wayne in the Batcave. I can't really get excited about any of this, mainly because I have no idea who this Kingsley is. The only reason the characters join him is because Steve Trevor vouches for him continuously, for some reason, and half of them don't even know who Steve Trevor is, and the other half didn't trust him enough to think he wasn't Leviathan just a couple days ago when they put him behind bars. So, what is Leviathan doing all this time? Pretty much hanging and talking about how great he is. Bendis does give us a scene that I'm guessing was supposed to be a wow moment, but it falls flat. Leviathan gathers the big characters that have joined his cause, and the art by Alex Maleev is so muddy and indistinct that you can only guess at half of them. We do get one character called out by name, Dr. Netz, who admits to giving Leviathan tech to Amanda Waller. When was that? The last time we saw Waller, she was captured by Leviathan in Event Leviathan, and this happens days later. Netz accuses Mark Shaw, though, of brainwashing everyone to join him, which they all deny. And then she's zapped by Mark Shaw and may be dead, but who knows, and I'm guessing most readers don't care. While Bendis tells us that Netz has a different kind of brain that doesn't allow her to be brainwashed, he forgets two other really important and big things about her. The first is that her father, Otto Netz, is a former leader of a little organization called Leviathan, and she is already dead in this continuity. She died in Grayson number 19, and while characters come back from the dead all the time, someone like Bendis, who keeps messing these things up, needs to let me know he is aware of these, or I'm going to assume it's just another mess up, which I'm going to do here. Back to our heroes, the new Checkmate is formed, and they all get neat nicknames. And usually Checkmate are given nicknames based on chess. You'll have the bishop and the queen and the king, obviously. These are different. These are neat, personal little things going down that spell out the character. For example, Lois is called the Truth. She's a reporter, also kind of given a wink at the whole Truth storyline where Superman revealed his identity. You end up getting Talia called the Wild Card, which is spelled out here and is why they recruit her, is that Kingsley tells Steve Trevor, go recruit her because she's the Wild Card. So you get that. Those are pretty neat. The Question's nickname is The Question, and Mr. Bones' nickname is The Bones. And I'm not sure which is worse. I think that maybe I'd go with The Bones being the worst of those. I mean, it's bad to get a nickname that is just your name and The Question, but The Bones, that's pretty bad. I guess that they ran out of ideas and that The Question and Mr. Bones were last in line. while this new checkmate really just feels like another detective squad of Bendis's that we had in Event Leviathan, they are going to have their work cut out for them here. A news report shows that Leviathan is stepping up his game and has bought the country of Markovia with cash money. And it's obvious that Bendis has seen Lethal Weapon 2 way too many times and walks around the house saying,
"Diplomatic community,"
all day. He just says that. So a world terrorist is allowed to buy a country and then can't be taken down for his crimes that he committed before buying the country. And really, a world terrorist allowing to buy a country, period, is just ridiculous. And yeah, I'm getting too old for this. The issue ends with Leviathan broadcasting to the world that he will accept everyone who wants to join him with open arms, and Bendis seems to think the line will form immediately. He's playing Leviathan as a hero to the people, a symbol of hope and freedom to the common man, but what really has Leviathan done? He has taken down some spy organizations and almost outed every superhero. How does that make you a hero? It especially doesn't work on the reader's side of things because almost everyone hates Leviathan that I've talked to, hated Event Leviathan, and avoid Bendis books as much as they can. And the thing is, the more Bendis pushes Leviathan as a great character, and really only by saying this, it's all lip service. We never see him be a great character. It's just being mentioned over and over, almost like we're being brainwashed as well. The more he pushes, the more I hate him, and I mean Leviathan and Bendis. And the reveal that Leviathan, as Mark Shaw in Event Leviathan, was greeted with a collective who. Brian Michael Bendis continues to show he has no clue about DC characters or continuity, and now introduces a new character, a leader of an organization that is reforming, that he's going to have a book, and we don't know who he is either, mainly in my mind because Brian Michael Bendis doesn't want to mess up anything else. Instead of doing the research, having somebody that would fit as a new king of Checkmate, he is going to make a new mystery character because then he can't be called out on anything because every other character that he tries to use from the past, he just completely screws up. And even if you don't care about continuity, this issue is a bore to read, filled with Bendis dialogue that makes every character sound the same, but never like the character they're supposed to. I am not a fan of Alex Maleev's art. It is muddy, as I said before. It's dark, and there really isn't much I can recommend here. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I'm not looking forward to the upcoming Checkmate book, but maybe by then we'll end up having a better nickname for the question. And thanks, everybody, for listening to this review of Leviathan Dawn #1. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, questions, put them down below in the comments section. Subscribe to the channel, like it, whatever. These things are said by everybody with these videos. You know the routine. Just go about your day as you would, and I will talk to you later.